Hello, hello, Bachelor Nation. So much to discuss. We have Bachelor in Paradise. We have a new Bachelor. We are so excited. I'm Lauren Zima.
I'm Kristen Gill.
And I'm Katie Krause.
We want to welcome Kristen. This is her first little recap with us.
This is so exciting.
Oh, another Bachelor fan. You guys, we know you probably have a lot to say about the big choice. We've been waiting for weeks. We know Nick Viall is the new Bachelor. So please leave your comments and questions. We're applauding.
We are, sorry.
So much applause.
Can't contain the excitement right now.
Leave your comments and questions on ET's Facebook page right now. We are going to get them here. We want to discuss. So, everybody, should we dive right in? I mean, maybe we talk Bachelor in Paradise for a couple minutes to let the comments start coming in on Nick. What did you guys think of this week? We had Monday night and Tuesday night to discuss. We were just talking Evan and Carly might be a real thing here.
Yeah, I like them together. I feel like when I started watching the season, Carly seemed a little bit grossed out by Evan, but she's really
a lot of
grossed out.
Everyone was.
But she's really come around, and I think that they've really fallen for each other. They exchanged those "I'm falling in love with you" words, and I like them. I don't know.
I think they're both really, really ready for a relationship. I mean, Evan has kids. He's been in serious relationships before. Carly has been burned before. I think they're both in a good, ready for a relationship place.
I foresee them lasting the longest of all the couples that we are watching right now. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think that Carly just got burned so bad by Kirk last Bachelor in Paradise. So it's finally time, and I loved her just going back and forth. It was so real, and she was honest. And I think Evan is the same way, however weird he is. They work.
I like Evan more on Paradise than I did on The Bachelorette. And Carly's hilarious. I love her commentary on the show. She's so funny. What about Grant and Lace? They had this big fight this week.
You go first.
No, I feel like Lace has never had a guy like Grant who rationalizes things and actually talks things out.
You guys, when he said, I know relationships take work, and I am willing to work harder than Lace because she's worth it.
I know. Like Swoon City. So amazing.
We've seen Lace on The Bachelor, and I think that she has this habit of sabotaging herself, and it's really hard to watch because your heart kind of does feel for her and go out to her. So I do hope that this works for her. I do hope that Grant is sincere and does not burn her, and I hope that she realizes that this guy is fighting for her. He says that she's worth it, and I don't know. I do like them as a couple.
We also had the Kayla, Jared, Ashley eye drama, but you guys, we got to dive right in because we're already getting your comments about Nick, which I figured it would be this polarizing.
Oh my gosh.
Carla says, I'm so excited for Nick. Beth says Nick will be awful as the new Bachelor. Bleh. Michelle, I wanted Wells or Chase. Linda, Nick deserves it. He deserves love. Anyone with a heart can see that. And Alexis, love Nick. Best decision ever. Thinks before he speaks. Super sweet and the most deserving. So guys, I mean, we have so many opinions on this. We've actually been cheering Nick on all Bachelor in Paradise season long. He has redeemed himself. I mean, what a redemption story.
I know. Everybody loves a comeback kid, and I feel like, he's learned from what he did with Andy, and then he learned from what happened with Caitlyn and Sean B and all the drama. And I really think that it's his time. Like, he's 35 years old. He's been here really for the love, and I think he's just been, I heard a reference that he was slut-shaming before, and I think maybe sex means a little bit more to him, and he was like, hey guys, like, you did this to me. I thought it was going to be more than just this, and it wasn't. And now it's his chance to get that.
And you know what? I know Ben was only 26, and nothing to talk about age and how you can't find love at 26, but I like that Nick is a little bit older and a lot more mature than maybe we've seen in the past, 20-plus seasons. I think he is ready, and I think he is looking for that relationship, and we have been Team Nick. I guessed that he was going to be the Bachelor last season, and you know what? I know that Chase and Luke were in talks for it. I know that they both said to you that they were in talks for it, but this really makes the most sense. I don't think anyone was that excited for Chase or Luke as now we're seeing about Nick. I think he was just the absolute 100% clear and right choice.
And you guys, we do have some insider source info on how exactly this Nick decision was made. It's going to be live on etonline.com soon, so check our website in just a bit for that exclusive information on what went down behind the scenes. If I'm speculating, I really do think Luke was very much in the running. I mean, Luke and Chase, like you said, they both told me they were in talks. I think Chase faded out. I think Luke was, everybody we talked to, JoJo said that she thought it was going to be Luke. Bad Chad told us he thought it was going to be Luke. And I think that what happened happened was on Bachelor in Paradise, Nick came into his own, became this fan favorite, funny to watch. He's gotten ripped. His bod looks great.
Oh my God.
I mean, really mature in his thinking. Like the way that he's advised Ashley I has been great to see. He's gotten involved in the Josh drama, but he hasn't like done anything crazy in Paradise. You know, it's not like he's making out with everyone and going nuts.
Exactly. He's very laid back.
Right. I think they saw him rise to the top and they're like, okay, I don't think that they would have. I see what you're saying, like, okay, maybe even after Caitlin Bristow's season, but he was still a little villainy after that.
He
you
was,
know?
Absolutely. Even when he showed up on her season, he was
showed
kind
up
of a villain. We were like, why
Everyone
is
was
Nick
like,
there
why is Nick
again?
there? Yeah.
All the guys were against him. And as much as The Bachelor is a show that a female audience watches, I think we like to see people who get along with people.
Yes.
Nick didn't get along with people on Caitlin Bristow's season. In Paradise, he's like everybody's friend.
Except for Josh.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think watching them go at it really shows Nick's true colors and Josh's true colors, because the way he handles it, Josh, is just very angry and aggressive and intense, and Nick is kind of the voice of reason. He's owning up. He's like, you know what, I did say something, but he handled it really, really calmly. It's not like he attacked Josh back in an aggressive way.
No, 100%. I mean, and I agree with you on the age thing. Nick's actually going to be 36 at the end of September. Ben was the youngest Bachelor in Bachelor Nation history for the 20th season. You know, if you look back on the earlier shows, it was people in their 30s, and I think that's a little more believable. I mean, I talked to JoJo at her photo shoot. As beautiful and great as I think she is, I said, girl, at 24, why are you feeling like you can't find love?
Yeah,
You're just beginning, you know? And Nick really, I mean, we've visibly seen the struggle. I do want to go back to Michelle's comments. She said she wanted Wells or Chase. Wells was very much, you were a Wells fan.
I've always loved Wells. Is Wells still single?
I know, right? I don't know. After Bachelor, after Paradise?
I mean, we saw this week, and getting back to this week's episode, he had gone on the date with Ashley I. He actually kissed her, unlike how he waited forever for JoJo, but then he goes on the date with Jamie, which I liked. Keeping his options open. Kind of hilarious when he said to camera, I would like to tell Ashley I, but she's asleep. So I don't know. I have a hard time believing Wells and Ashley I are together when he was kind of going out with Jamie so quickly after his first date with Ashley.
I just like that all the females are seeing how incredible Wells is, and I thought he really did shine last season on The Bachelorette with JoJo. The fact he wouldn't kiss her until it was the right time. I think he's a romantic. I think he's sweet. I've been following him on social media. Him and Nick are good friends, so maybe he'll make an appearance or two.
How funny were their impressions at the end of the episode? I love that.
I love that.
Well, you know, now this choice of Nick, I mean, who knows? Maybe Wells goes and does some push-ups and chin-ups, and then we see him as the Bachelor. And who knows?
I would watch. I would watch.
Now, guys, I do want to get into a little bit. One thing that a lot of people are saying is, okay, once again, no diversity on The Bachelor. So what do you guys think of that? Because it was a different choice. It was a surprising choice, but we still aren't seeing that diversity pick. It's still a white guy. What do you think?
Yeah. You know what? That has been a struggle for a long time. People have been very, very vocal about that. I like Grant. I think he would have been a good option, but he found love with Lace. And I still think that Nick was the right choice given the storyline and how fans of the show are feeling right now. I don't know.
Yeah, we have this article up from TCAs at ET Online, and it's with an executive at ABC, and I thought she made a really good point. What she said was she does think that diversity needs to come into play in the show, but the way the show's formula works, people feel connected to The Bachelor or The Bachelorette because they've been a contestant in the past, and she said so they need to make a more diverse pool of contestants. Like,
I would agree with that.
You know, to make that happen. I honestly, for a while, I was thinking Jubilee would be a great Bachelorette, but then she kind of like shut down a little on camera, and we're just going to have to make it happen. It has to happen. I couldn't agree more. But I will say it was really refreshing to have a surprising choice. Like, we'd been hoping for Nick, but I don't think any of us thought it would actually happen.
And when he walked out, Lauren and I were screaming. We were like,
screaming.
It's an exciting move by ABC.
It's like,
it had that
so
shock
rare.
value, and it was unexpected. It's what we've all been craving. I like JoJo, but this season was very predictable, and I think Nick's season is not going to be as predictable.
No, he's a little more spicy. You don't know what he's gonna say.
I mean, let's all cut back to the scene where he slept with Caitlin. I mean, Nick is spicy. Spicy is a good word.
Speaking of Nick, in one of the promos for Bachelor in Paradise, we see that he goes to the fantasy suite with Jen.
Yes.
And we see a door close.
Yes.
What do we make of him and Jen's relationship? Obviously, it doesn't work out. He said that last night.
Well, guys, let me tell you. So I was in Mexico for Bachelor in Paradise interviews and talked to Jen. That interview is going to be going up on etonline.com today because we couldn't post the footage until close to the finale. We can post it today. So we have interviews with both Jen talking about her relationship with Nick, which now in hindsight is very interesting.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And with Chris Harrison talking about Nick's journey on reality TV. Chris actually told me at the time in Mexico, this was earlier this summer, that he hoped to never see Nick on reality TV again. Because he wanted Nick to find love in paradise. He said he hoped, Nick, let's end this. And now Nick's the Bachelor.
Well, do you think that there's a proposal?
Bombshell.
Because I thought that Mike had tweeted like 4 couples end up together.
He said multiple
Multiple
couples.
couples.
Multiple
Yes.
engagements.
So do we think that Nick popped the question?
Well, in the teaser, Nick's crying and he's looking at engagement rings.
Yes.
or at least they show that. I don't know how they edit it, but he's looking at them. So I'm thinking, what if he proposes? And then she's like,
Well, and she also Instagrammed something very interesting
She
about
sounded a
going
little
to New York.
annoyed. Yes. So guys, go to etonline.com. That interview with Jen will be up, and it's very telling. You know, hindsight, it's very interesting. Because I don't think then anybody... I do believe that this was a more last-minute decision to make like The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
And they waited so long to announce
Yes,
it
exactly.
than we've seen in previous.
Right, I mean, with JoJo, it was announced after the final rose. We're getting more of your comments in. Allie says, Nick is such an awesome decision. Luke and Chase had 0 personality. I will say, when I interviewed them at Men Tell All, they're both so nice. You know, when I interviewed Ben Higgins right away, he was a great interview, like so well spoken, said great teasy stuff without giving too much away. Luke and Chase, I felt, needed a little media training, so yeah, I'll say that. Sandra, Nick has a genuine story. He's been brutalized on TV so many times. Now it's his turn. Yes. Michelle, boring. Nick's had too many chances. Linda, Grant, forget Nick, but might be a Grant and Lace love story to be had there. Wells, Grant, Daniel, Jared should get their own spin-off altogether.
Right?
Daniel was funny.
Yeah, he
Daniel
was.
was
Not Bachelor
amazing.
material, though.
no,
No.
definitely not.
What about Jared? Let's talk a little bit more about Jared and Kayla and Ashley's reunion on After Paradise last night.
Guys, I mean, I felt like Kayla was really trying to say without saying that Ashley basically screwed up their relationship.
Oh, yeah,
with the
100%.
show, right? And I don't know why Jared allows this to happen. Just be with Ashley then, if you're going to let her be too close in your life for other women to feel comfortable in a relationship with you.
Yeah, which
You know?
also made me feel like Ashley's a little less crazy after watching this because Jared said everything she had said in her solo interviews, but they never showed his side of things.
Right.
So last night, he was defending her through and through, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of believing Ashley now because Jared... I feel like he loves her, and he just doesn't know how to deal. I don't know
very
what's
complex.
happening.
I know, it's
You're
true.
like,
It's
I'm
a very
confused.
so
complex
confused.
relationship, friendship, multiple layers.
Yeah.
I think, you know, especially for Ashley, we saw how affected she is by that relationship.
And I will say, I was a little disappointed in Ashley. Like, the fact that the second Wells went on a date with someone else this week, she then instantly, it was like she didn't have any attention, so she turned and started causing
Went
drama with
back to
Kayla and
Kayla.
Jared again. Right. I'm like, girl, you're beautiful. Like, have confidence in yourself. Don't feel like you need that attention. And I was a little disappointed.
Do you think Kayla is as sweet as she comes off?
Such a good question. Wasn't it interesting when she was walking up the stairs and Lace and them were talking and Kayla was like, hey, you guys, and Lace turns and goes, I can't stand her.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of people feel that way, and her
Yes.
whole thing is playing that innocent card, and I have great hair, and look at me.
Yes, but
I
everyone
don't know
sees
that
right
she,
through it,
I
yeah.
don't know that she's that genuine. And Sean Lowe kept saying, "Oh, but you just seem so sweet and so nice."
Such a
I
typical
don't
guy,
know.
though.
Exactly.
You really have to look deeper here,
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that maybe she is a little bit like Jubilee, maybe has a little bit of a tough time expressing herself because we didn't see her connect with the other women really that much on
Right.
Paradise. She didn't seem like besties with anybody, and they're all pretty close. But then she said in those deleted scenes we saw in After Paradise, you know, had these fears. She was tearing up. She was worried she'd come across and people would be confused. So maybe she just has some issues there. I don't know. She's still she's so young. I think she's 24.
I think that's part of it,
You
too,
know?
yeah.
Just come into your own. But yeah, that was quite a drama though. Ashley has brought the drama all season. I mean, we even heard about her dead dog.
I know. Leanne says, "I love Jared, Kayla, and him. And they need to work it out. Do you think they'll work it out?"
They said they couldn't leave Paradise behind, so I don't think so. I think it's always going to be there
yeah.
until Jared finally says sayonara to Ashley.
Yeah. Well, it was an episode a week of so much drama, and what an announcement. You guys, please keep the discussion going with us over on Twitter. I could talk about Nick all day. I mean, it's unbelievable. So yeah, and head to etonline.com for interview with Jen, our interview with Chris, and that exclusive source info we told you about what happened behind the scenes. I'm Lauren Zima, and I'm on Twitter at Lauren Zima.
And I'm Kristen Gill, and I am on Twitter at KristenJenXO.
And I'm on Twitter at Katie_Kraus. Let's go chat more, you guys.
Oh, let's end on a round of applause for Nick.
Yes.
Nick!
And those abs.
And those abs. And
Great hair, too.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Cool.